I sure do. I remember being upset with the establishment and watching Bernie Sanders go from the rising star of 2020 to another failed liberal candidate, fallen to none other than Joe Biden. Remember the primaries and debates and other candidates, all that. Bill Weld was really a rising star there for a little bit, wasn't he? With all this virus stuff, people are starting to ask the question, is the primary over? Do we stop? How do you vote? How do you carry on with an election normally? Do we postpone the proper election? Do we postpone the democratic election? What's up?
You just sounded too serious.
I'm sure I did.
So what do I need to learn from this video?
I guess it's just like everything's a big question mark with the whole democratic process right now. Like, because a good amount of people believe that Trump is doing a really good job handling this situation when he's not. But even if that wasn't the case, like, Joe and Bernie can't run like they were running. They can't do rallies, they can't do any of that, which is Bernie's whole thing, like, big rallies. Not that Bernie was winning, like, and now we're here, and it's like, this is exactly the moment where everyone would want Bernie Sanders to be president. Every American in this country would want Bernie Sanders to be president right now, and they do not know it. Like, they have no idea. Because Bernie would be like, immediately, we're shutting down. This is not funny. This is not, like, a joke. You guys need money. We get it. Like, we're going to fully shut down for 2 weeks immediately. And everyone's going to get reimbursed. And that's going to be that. Like, I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck about the stock market. It doesn't affect me directly at all. Even indirectly in most regards. And like she's saying, like, what's Bernie Sanders doing right now? I know, because I get texts from his campaign. They're trying to raise money for people who need it. Food banks, impoverished children, homeless people, stuff like that. He's not campaigning. He's not even thinking about dropping out. He's not thinking about any of that right now. A reporter asked him if he was going to reassess his campaign, like, 3 weeks ago. And he said something akin to, I'm sorry, but I'm dealing with a fucking crisis right now. I hope that's enough for you. It just seems to me like this might be the culmination of 4 years of someone who doesn't give a shit. 4 years of someone who just eliminates government programs because they feel like it. Of someone a whole party who wants to just invest in the military. Do we need a fucking military right now? More planes we don't use? Is that what we need? Or do we need a pandemic crisis group? Something like that sound awesome? Like that would be something that the government would already have installed. Something that would already be on standby, right? It was until 2018. And I am frustrated. I am deeply, deeply frustrated. Because I am an active member of society, and I vote, and I care, and I recycle, and I do what I can. And everyone in charge is not like me. They want to save the economy. That's what they keep talking about. Save the economy, save the economy, save the economy. We need to resuscitate the economy so the American dream can stay alive, right? What happens to the economy when 100,000 people die? Maybe more? What happens to the economy when the entire healthcare system falls the fuck apart because no one can get into a hospital because everyone's afraid they got coronavirus? What happens to people who need chemo? How do you break up a hospital? How do you keep nurses working on certain floors and not being able to help out an entire hospital? Are those nurses only allowed to go to the sections where coronavirus patients are being treated? For fear of spreading, you know. That'd be the safe thing to do, right? Since we have overflowing hospitals, and it's only going to get worse. What's the best course of action? If only we had some time, a little bit of time before this all went down. 2 weeks, even. Let's say we had 2 weeks beforehand where another developed country was getting COVID-19 all over the place and had people dying, and we knew all about it because it was in the headlines, and reporters would ask the people in charge what they planned to do about it. Something like that. Would that not have been an ideal situation for the people in charge to react to and then go, okay, here's the plan, we're going to shut down, or here's the plan, we're going to have a loose shutdown, here's the plan, we're stopping all travel immediately, here's the plan. Anything. Anything at all. No, it'll blow over, right? Get a feeling this isn't going to be as bad as we think. Get conspiracy theorists on certain news channels saying that the coronavirus is a hoax. Politicians saying that the coronavirus is a hoax, and then getting the coronavirus. Interesting, Rand Paul. Very interesting. And, business was a little slower, but not incredibly so. And I am a pretty level-headed guy. I don't get frustrated a lot, so if I get frustrated at work, people know something's wrong. And I kept seeing these older people come in. And I was just getting so angry because I didn't want them to be there. People 70, 80 years old coming out into a public restaurant and eating there, sitting there for an hour, coming into contact with other people, saying hi, wanting to shake my hand, hand me money, not thinking about it at all. And I just got so aggravated, I got so angry with them that I just stormed out, and I walked out the front door and I cried and called Ellie, and I was just so frustrated because they just didn't think it was that big of a deal. But it fucking is. Bernie Sanders knows that. I just think maybe, if the federal government had been responsible enough, had cared enough to be honest with themselves and with us and say, this is a big deal. And we need to take this seriously, that maybe those people wouldn't have been there.
Why don't you go eat some buttered rice? You know, I think it's a real pressing issue. It's the lack of buttered rice in this body.
Wow.
That's what plagues society.
We failed. Everyone did. Republicans put the worst man for the job in office, and he doesn't know what he's doing, and he is lying his ass off trying to save the stock market. And it's just not working. The president himself is screwing up. Individuals are screwing up. They're still going outside and not taking it seriously. Young activist Democrats did not show up to vote for Bernie Sanders, and Joe Biden has made like 3 appearances during all this, and Democrats are supposed to want him to be the next president. We failed. And there aren't going to be a lot of winners in this scenario. I don't really see anyone floating up to the top after all this. So, what now? Do we give up on democracy? Do we just bail? Of course not. The only thing to do is try again. Hope that next time something like this happens, we have someone who's prepared. And that people will react the way that they need to. I know here in Alabama we refer to a really bad snowstorm that we call Snowmageddon. And ever since Snowmageddon happened, if there's a chance of snow, schools are quick to shut down. So maybe if something like this happens again, people will be more apt to react and do what they need to do. Hopefully. I hope you're safe. And I hope you're okay. This was a very happy video, but like most things I try to do, I try to make it have a lesson. If you're someone who supports Donald Trump, is this what you want? Is this what you need? Is this the kind of reaction you think a country should have? Running out of toilet paper for no discernible reason? Constantly changing the story about how bad it's going to be, how good of a job we're doing, and all that. If we have 100,000, 200,000, that'll be a good response. Is that what you want? 100,000 dead? Would that be called good? If you're a Democrat, if you're an independent, if you want change, do something about it. Vote. Petition. I know that voting is hard for some people because your polling places have been eliminated because you work a job and you can't make it to vote on voting day. But do what you can. And for a lot of us, we just gotta keep hope. Not everything is total shit. I've got buttered rice downstairs. And that sparks joy for me. Find something like that for you. Make videos, make art, whatever. I don't care. Just be happy, be healthy, and don't go outside for now.